All right.
Hey! Get away from there.
Here we go. You know what it's time? All right, Ray, here we go. People are probably going to see us first, but yep. All right, it's time for the intro video to the stream, everyone.
Know who we need? We need Zander Mania.
What?
Yes, everyone, welcome to our SummerSlam 2008 watch along.
Hey guys, so for the first little bit of the watch along, I will be cooking, because I don't want to be doing that while, But hey, you get to see me make some food.
I hope everyone liked that intro. That was actually Ray's first time seeing that as well.
You decided to use my most embarrassing clips.
I used bad ones of myself, too.
Didn't you use the clip of me spiking Alan's head into the dirt?
I was trying to keep action out of it, other than you punching me in the face that one time.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Ew.
What the hell? I'm trying to figure out the network. They've changed it up on Roku for me. Oh, wait, we got an advertisement first.
I pull that for me as well.
All right. Here we go. Let me back it up to 0 and keep it paused so I can put out the tweet that we are about to start watching.
Yep. I'm gonna go WWE.
I am way more proud of that intro than I have any right to be. Not much, Michael. Glad to see that.
We invested money into this.
Right? I know. Instead of it saying StreamYard up there, it says LS11 Universe.
Make that bigger for the next stream.
I will. I'll probably make it where it's LS11 Universe.
Yeah. And in case you're wondering, we do more than one live stream now.
Yes.
Hey, Michael Boykin.
Hello, Michael. Good to see you.
Thankfully, we don't have to have the stream pulled up to see the live comments as they come along.
Yeah, I do have the stream still pulled up just so I can, that I can make sure that everything is working.
Yeah. We're going to be doing more streams coming up. I'll over here 1 second. So we're going to be typing it in.
That intro was just, I'm still proud of that. Okay, so there we go. Make sure my phone's muted. Yep. This is all stuff we probably should have done before I clicked go live, but it's fine.
We'll be
fine. Let's see here. Anything else we need to do? Just kind of waiting for Ray now before we start.
SummerSlam 2008.
Yep. While Ray does that, I'm going to step off screen and grab my phone charger because my phone is about to die. Some great content here with just 2 empty screens while I do this. I'm also changing out of my work clothes I was wearing. Probably should have done that before the stream too, but oh well.
So who wants to know what's on Ray's menu tonight?
I would love to know what's on Ray's menu tonight.
Well, I made a lot of steak yesterday, so I'm gonna have steak tacos. I'm making some sweet tea right now, and I'm gonna make my queso.
Fun times. See, everyone, this is why I need Ray and we need to end the relationships we're in now and just settle down together. I'll do the work, I'll make the money, and Ray can just feed me.
Now I'm happy with my lady. Thank you very much.
Oh, darn. Here, I was hoping I could be your sugar daddy or something, and you just make me food. Oh, man.
We just have a time.
we have fun here at LS11 Universe. We haven't even started the pay-per-view yet.
Yeah, and so I guess you're going to be able to see what's going on in Ray's kitchen.
Yep.
So, Zander, can you tell me what the base of most queso is?
Cheese.
Other than cheese.
Damn it.
Thickening agent for queso.
The what?
What's the base thickening agent for queso?
Milk.
Actually, no, it's butter and flour.
Damn it. Can we just start this? Can we start watching the pay-per-view now? I'm really excited.
I'm the first couple. I'm gonna let people filter in here as they teach you the culinary arts. Anyway,
Of course.
back to my point.
God, and I've got to deal with this guy at the Royal Rumble tomorrow.
Oh yeah, Royal Rumble's tomorrow, guys. Make sure you get into the Royal Rumble. It's gonna be fun. Great pay-per-view. Okay, now you can see how low the ceiling is in my kitchen.
You're 6'7". Shut up.
I'm 6'6".
Whatever.
See, Xander tells himself I'm 6'7". That way he can give himself an extra inch of height.
Yeah, exactly. So don't ruin it for me. Oh well, the celebrity is in the stream. We've got 2 celebrities in the chat because not only do we have Michael Boykin, a major celebrity, we've also got another major celebrity. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Jobber JJ496, Mr. Ollie Davis's #1 fan, trademark. Hello, Jobber JJ. And because we got to treat all of our celebrities here like the celebrities they are, we also got Michael Boykin. Everyone that watches our streams is celebrities in our eyes because we love every single one of you.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I was saying before. So a lot of people. So the base from a lot of queso in the world is flour and butter whipped together into a roux, and then milk added in. That is not my base for queso.
Okay.
You want to know what my base for queso is?
What is your case for base? What is your base for queso?
Cream cheese.
Awesome. So Ray,
We've
been live for 8 minutes.
Okay, let's start the show. I have it pulled up.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are starting SummerSlam 2008 in 5,
4,
3,
3,
2,
1.
Go. Here we go. All right, my network's buffering, so Ray might be a second or two ahead of me. We'll see. The opposite of how normally things go when he and I work together. God, seeing these old logos. Wow, what is this intro?
So, the entire promotion for this event was based on the biggest blockbuster of the summer. So they were parodying classic Hollywood blockbusters at the time. So that was like
so like with WrestleMania Hollywood.
Yeah. So like Spider-Man 3 had come out the year before, so Rey Mysterio looks like the Black Suit Spider-Man.
Oh God, Spider-Man 3. Also, Jobber JJ says that he watched SummerSlam 2007. What a boring show.
SummerSlam 08 is much better. 08 was the first year I watched wrestling. And this show is actually the culmination of the big year-long feud that Edge and Undertaker had.
Yep.
There's also a weird time for booking in WWE because the 2 biggest matches on the show were not for championships.
Yeah.
The 2 biggest matches on tonight's show will be Batista versus John Cena for the first time, in a decent amount of time at the time. And Edge and Taker instead sell as our main event.
Cool. And of course, Cena and Batista for the first time before they then proceeded to do Cena versus Batista about 20 more times for the following year.
Yeah, no, year after that.
Yeah. Because Batista was only a couple years away from leaving the first time at this point.
Yep.
2 classics in 07, Triple H versus Booker, and the feud was Booker and Jerry and Khali versus Batista. Oh, God, I forgot about the Khali-Batista match. I've actually seen that match. I watched SummerSlam 06 once.
Have you seen SummerSlam 05?
I don't think I have.
Oh my God! Why didn't I watch SummerSlam 05? It would have been great. So SummerSlam 2005 was the show headlined by Hulk Hogan and Shawn Michaels, and
I've seen
Shawn
that
Michaels
match. I've seen that match.
went fucking nuts, and it is amazing.
Yes, and there's a reason I've seen that match. Okay.
Shawn Michaels oversold so much he buried Hulk Hogan.
Yes. So when I first started watching wrestling a few years ago, back in 2014, that shows everyone how young I am as a wrestling fan. Back in 2014, when I first started watching wrestling, my mom, my stepdad, my older brother, and I went on a vacation down south to Florida. Talking about Jeff Hardy as well on this show, but took a vacation down to Florida, and we were in a truck that had a DVD player built into it. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, it's no more words. This is all we want in WWE right now, but we got to wait for fans to be allowed in the crowd. Anyway, and my stepdad, who watched wrestling when he was a kid, had a DVD in his car for some reason that was the best of Hulk Hogan. And that was the match, and that was a match on it. I don't know why that was on the best of Hulk Hogan. I don't know who was having a laugh at the DVD headquarters that day, but
I feel like that DVD was probably made when Vince McMahon during the one of 700,000 times Vince McMahon and Hulk Hogan hated one another.
Jobber JJ says 2014. Wow, 2004 is when he became. So you've got a whole decade on me, pal. Yeah, no, I probably wouldn't have gotten into wrestling if it wasn't for the Ultimate Warrior passing away and my younger brother not knowing what an Ultimate Warrior was. So we started watching wrestling to find out what an Ultimate Warrior was, and now here we are. And I run, alongside my best friend, I run a wrestling YouTube channel where I appear on a much bigger wrestling YouTube channel once a month wearing my own merchandise. Although I doubt I'm going to appear at Payback because Luke Owen has been fired from Wrestle Talk, and he's the one that likes me, so...
Okay, you're telling that story. Should I tell my wrestling story?
Go for it, because I've got something I need to do just off screen here real quick anyway. So I'll still be able to hear you. I'm just going to be off screen.
So I started watching pro wrestling tail end of 07. And tail end of 07, it would have been October. And I had a death in the family. Yeah, happy times here. Anyway, and my mom and my dad needed a night away. Please. Okay, we got a comment from Jobber JJ. Please tell me you've watched Halloween Havoc 98, Warrior vs. Hogan. I have. Unfortunately.
I also have.
So, yeah, my friend Whitman picked me up, and we went over to his house, and his dad showed me pro wrestling. And the first match I believe I watched was Steamboat Macho Man.
Huh.
Yeah. He was one of those big guys with like a massive wrestling collection.
My first match I watched was the 2014 Royal Rumble, and some guy came out, like Static hit, and some guy came out and yelled it's clobbering time. I was like, is he just ripping off the thing? That's stupid. And then some weird military music hit, and this dude with half black and half yellow hair came through the crowd, and I was like, I like that guy.
Half black, have brunette. What color is your hair?
Also, ladies and gentlemen, I do know that we have Mr. Ollie Davis's #1 fan in our chat, but because I am decent friends with Luke Owen and I do love and support Luke Owen, I will not be saying #jam that jam today. Instead, I urge everybody, Ray, I need you to look at your screen. Wait for it. To Zander that mania. I'm the unnecessary Charlotte Flair in the JTJ FTF feud.
So actually, a lot of this year, which is one of the 2 times WWE has done proper booking, was Jeff Hardy this year. So Jeff, I was flicking through channels and I accidentally saw Wrestling SmackDown Saturday morning Sky 1. So later I discovered TNA.
How about that?
I've watched some of the older TNA stuff. It is Xander, by the way, because we're both signed into the StreamYard, I also have control of the stream.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And I paid for it this time.
I'm paying you back for half of it tomorrow, or next week, I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, son of a gun.
So, first pay-per-view of 2008, Jeff Hardy had WWE Championship match against Randy Orton and failed.
Yes, I remember that. I've actually seen that match.
Yeah. And so the rest of the year was just him trying to get the WWE Championship, and he actually won it at the last pay-per-view of the year, Armageddon.
I've also seen that match.
Yeah. Of
I've
course,
seen a lot of obscure matches.
Of course, Triple H could not take the fall for that because he's Triple H.
Yeah, well, duh. I was way more into TNA than WWE. TNA had more life in the shows. Also, did you know Hogan HBK was supposed to be best of 3? I did, in fact, know that. But then Hogan showed up at SummerSlam knowing he was supposed to lose and was like, yeah, actually, brother, my back kind of hurts, so I don't think I can do this. I got to go over Shawn this once.
Yeah. And so, which is why I agree with what Sean did, because it was fucking hilarious.
It was fucking hilarious. Also, everyone, I've just made this off screen here. Don't forget, the LS11 Universe Royal Rumble premieres tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, this is brilliant. I just love this comment from Jobber JJ. It's going to pop up in the StreamYard in a second. Just creative control.
Yeah. Vince, Triple H, Hulk Hogan, all of them got really into that.
Oh, yeah. Goldberg, most recently, with it.
I think creative control needs to be taken out of all contracts.
Yeah. Well, full creative control. Because, I feel like you should have control over your character, at least. You can't just outright refuse to lose a match.
Yeah. Or if you can, you should only be able to do that so many times in the said contract.
Yeah.
So, if you start watching in 2004, was that Russo or was that Cornette era TNA?
That's a good question. Jobber JJ says, I only job to Billy Kidman, brother. I did almost use the clip of 14-year-old Zander wearing the Hulkamania shirt going in our intro that I did.
And just before anyone says anything, I do respect what Hulk Hogan has done overall for the wrestling business. But I think a lot of it was hampered later on by his choices to never lose, never move on with his career, and never let anyone else get over.
Yeah, I agree with you on
that. That's something I do actually really respect Ric Flair for doing. Because when Ric Flair became a star, he made Sting a star.
Yeah.
And do you know Ric Flair's other project that I never really got to make into a giant star?
Not Steamboat, right?
No, it was not Steamboat. He really, really thought Brian Pillman was going to be his main event equal. But this idiot who ran WCW for a couple years named Jim Herd thought otherwise. Jim Herd knew nothing about wrestling. He also was CEO of Pizza Hut, and Pizza Hut got noticeably better when he left it. No, I'm serious. There's like a sharp spike of people liking Pizza Hut, and it's like directly correlating to when he left.
Russo was in TNA in 04, I think, came back in 06. Cornette was sometime in late 06, and I think Russo found Christ in 05 and did a wrestling show about religion.
I know, because he did a show called, what was it? What was the name of the show? I think it was something like Ring of Destiny or something like that. Ring of Glory, sorry.
Ring of Glory, interesting.
Yeah.
See, I always like getting kind of wrestling history lessons from guys like you and Jobber JJ because, you know, I'm still fairly new to all this.
Ring of Glory had 2 shows. Can you guess where one of them was held?
Don't tell me it was held in Jerusalem.
No.
Okay.
Can you guess?
I don't think I can.
The Rome, Georgia Civic Center.
Motherfucker. That's where Ray and I are from, by the way. In case you wondered, let's see. I've got a picture of it, I'm sure.
And guess what? AJ Styles was at the first show. Jim Cornette didn't book, not Jim Cornette. Vince Russo didn't book him to wrestle on it. Vince Russo didn't think Styles was good enough to wrestle on his Christian wrestling show.
Jeez.
Vince Russo, baby.
Okay, here we go. I've got this. Let me grab this. And this way, the people at home, because Ray has seen this plenty in the past, but people at home are going to get to see what I looked like about, God, how many years ago was it when I had long hair?
Zander's hippie phase.
Yeah, I went through like a weird hippie phase. Anyway, I met Cowboy James Storm, who is one of my favorite wrestlers at the Civic Center. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mullet Zander. Let's just unpack this image for a moment here.
What about wrestling with regret for Ring of Glory? I agree with you, Jobber JJ. I'm a massive wrestling with regret mark. Rest in peace, Mama Zayn.
Agreed. And condolences to the entirety of Brian Zane's family. I love this. Just the picture of me. Yeah, it was an awkward year.
MVP won the match.
MVP and Jeff Hardy. I was going to make a comment because we're a few minutes into the show now already. One match in. MVP and Jeff Hardy. 2 people still around in WWE in 2020.
They left for most of it.
They did leave for most of the 2020. Oh, Shelton Benjamin. Hurt Business teased 12 years earlier?
Oh yeah, Benjamin was out there.
James Storm, awesome in TNA, America's Most Wanted, NBA money. Agreed. That is why James Storm is in our universe mode, because I absolutely love James Storm. Love him as a wrestler, love him as a human being.
You should have stuck around for that main event.
I had a date that day, and I was in like... What?
He was in the main event. He was surprise entry in the main event.
See, I would have stayed, but I'll explain. 2018 was when that picture was taken, by the way. 2018,
It's just interesting to me because I wasn't at that fan festival. I couldn't make it. I worked that day.
Yeah.
But I was able to come to the show that night.
Wait, is that Maria Kanellis?
Yeah, it's Maria Kanellis.
Good Lord.
Look at her. She's beautiful.
I just barely recognized her. Like,
he bows before the video for Maria Kanellis.
Anyway, look at Santino, though. Santino, what a legend.
What a beautiful man.
I love Santino Marella. I love Beth Phoenix. They're both great. Beth Phoenix is badass.
Jim Cornette hates Santino Marella.
Jim Cornette hates anything fun, and you know that.
Jim Cornette likes MJF.
Because MJF's an old school heel.
No, he hated Santino Marella because when the Boogeyman was in developmental OVW, there was a set of people from the junior class who were supposed to act scared of the Boogeyman.
Mm-hmm.
And Santino had brought his daughter, so he acted like he was not scared of the Boogeyman. And that did not sit well with Mr. Cornette.
Oh, man, look at Hell in a Cell before they made it red.
Guys, this was before Hell in a Cell was just a pay-per-view. This is when it was a proper blow-off to a feud.
I wish I'd been around for that period.
Like, Hell in a Cell only came out like every couple years they did a Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah. Honestly, I've been meaning to talk to you about it, Ray, and I think it's fine to talk about it now in front of the whole LS11 universe. I honestly think that we shouldn't do Hell in a Cell as a pay-per-view in Season 2 of Universe.
Well, I'll go with what the people want. What do the people want?
I mean, what do you guys think? I don't think we can do a poll on StreamYard. If we could, I would. But do you guys think that we should retire Hell in a Cell as a pay-per-view and only use the Hell in a Cell match type for blow-offs? Also, Jobber JJ says, I can't remember anything from the show. What else is on it? Well, right now we are seeing a mixed tag team match of Mickie James and Kofi Kingston against Santino Marella and Beth Phoenix for the Intercontinental and Women's Championships. John Cena's wrestling Batista. What was that?
That's my favorite Hell in a Cell match of all time on it.
Yeah, it's got Edge and Undertaker in the cell. It's got Cena Batista. It's got Triple H, Great Khali, Matt Hardy, and Mark Henry. And I think there's one more match.
CM Punk versus JBL. The whole reason we watched this show, because I was telling him the card yesterday, and he said yes the second he heard JBL was on it.
I'm like Mr. Ollie Davis. I like the JBL character. The man himself, I question his morals. Jobber DJ says, I remember Edge, Taker, what a feud. I'm glad I'm getting to relive it. I actually watched some stuff on it before I came on today.
It's a great feud. I think it was Undertaker's last truly great feud. I mean, some people would argue Brock Lesnar, but not me.
That's very debatable on that one.
Yeah. So,
Ray.
it was a great feud. My favorite feud. The feud got me into wrestling. And the fact is, two fantastic feuds are happening at the same time in the company, which has not happened in a long time.
Hey, Ray.
Huh?
Is it just me, or on your network, are Kofi and Santino's themes noticeably lower octaves?
It is.
Why?
Because Vince thinks higher pitched things sound better.
Like, did their themes used to be this lower octave back then?
Yes.
Okay.
I watched this pay-per-view live.
Okay. I was just very thrown off. Because I'm used to the high pitch, I hear like, let me forget me, no.
I don't think Vince can hear anymore.
No.
He might be out of his ear range nowadays.
Maybe.
Yes, Vince McMahon's old and allowed to make that joke.
Kofi and Mickie James also both still around. Beth Phoenix occasionally wrestles. She's a commentator in NXT now. And Santino, I believe, he's not a producer anymore. I know he was at one point.
He's not a producer anymore. I think he just does wrestling conventions nowadays.
Yeah. Also, Jobber JJ says to retire Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Thank you. I agree. We probably will.
I think they should retire the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view in general.
Well, I think he was talking about with our universe because I made that comment a minute ago asking people what they thought.
I'm just saying in general. It's like Joe or JGB and TNA fan. It's like TNA Lockdown.
Yeah.
Every match is going to be in a steel cage.
Yeah, I've seen the TNA lockdown stuff.
It does not make sense.
Especially when there's the giant holes in the side of it where the cameras are. I was watching...
Baby.
2014, when I started watching, an episode of TNA was done as Lockdown, and the Hardy Boys were in a match, and I watched someone, I think it was Matt, they grabbed, and they just threw him through one of the holes. Blame TNA for Hell in a Cell and gimmick pay-per-views. Yeah, I think we're probably going to get rid of gimmick pay-per-views.
I don't blame TNA, I blame Vince Russo.
It's 6 of one, half dozen of the other, really.
So,
Ray quit. I didn't eat today. I didn't eat dinner today. Leave me alone.
Creamy.
How long is left on this pay-per-view? Because I might get dinner after it's over. 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Or something.
It's 2 hours and 40. What was that?
I thought you were going to get frozen pizza today or something.
I was, but I didn't have time to go to the store when I got off work. I'm half considering ordering a pizza to come to my door right now.
Do you have the money?
It's debatable. If I'm not paying for dinner tomorrow on my date, then yeah.
But you probably are.
I probably am, just because she's pissed at me for doing that reaction stream last week.
Go to Zander's girlfriend. Tell her it was worth it. Get him out of trouble.
Lockdown one time was LAX and Team 3D, and every time you touch the cage, it would electric shock you. That sounds fucking stupid.
And that sounds just like our friend Vince Russo.
Bro, let me tell you, bro.
I know
Every time they touch the cage, bro, it's going to shock them, bro. It's going to bring in ratings.
To train professional actors to become pro wrestlers. I'm not kidding, guys. Vince Russo. So Xander might not like I'm doing this to the queso. I like putting lime zest in queso.
Don't forget the reverse battle royal. I also low-key keep clicking Jobber JJ's name so I can see his profile picture a little better. Because I see it on Twitter and stuff frequently, and now I see that it's Mr. Ollie Davis and Pete while Jobber JJ's name rolls up through the credits. Also, I'd like to acknowledge my shoe is falling apart. Let's see, I'm gonna see how much. I think I've got a coupon for like $9.99 for a 10-inch pizza, so like that's not bad. Or no, for a large pizza, excuse me. There's a pizza out like 10 minutes from my house. It's great. I've actually seen, and part of the reason I'm not watching too intently right now is I have seen the match that I'm watching right now, the mixed tag match. I watched it with Ray a few years ago. I believe it had to have been 2015 when we watched it, right? Also, Ray's dad makes a cameo.
Ray's dad always making a cameo during the live streams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. We are watching SummerSlam 2008, and your favorite wrestler of all times in this match, Dad.
Yep.
No, that's an actual fact. My dad's favorite wrestler of all time is Santino Marella.
Yep. Ray's dad, who is one of my favorite people, loves Santino Marella. Favorite wrestler. Which I like Santino as well. So, like, yeah.
I once showed Dad the clip where Santino almost beat Daniel Bryan for the heavyweight championship. And he was like, yes!
Yes, Jobber JJ, this SummerSlam is themed. It's themed as like a blockbuster thing. So it's got like film reels for all the nameplates and logos and stuff.
Yeah. Not bad. Yeah.
Mickey James just hit Santino with her DDT. I forgot about that.
Is this the one he wins all by himself?
Yes. Here
it comes.
This is not only my dad's favorite wrestler, this is my dad's favorite Santino match.
It's a good match.
Just for what happens after it.
Here it comes, because I'm watching it right now. Beth just pinned Mickey.
Oh.
Even Lillian Garcia talked in a lower octave back then.
He's the greatest in all the world. All the continents in the world about to see that.
Yes, SummerSlam 2010. I've seen that show. I listened to the Wrestle Talk Extra on it the other day. I vow, one day I will defeat the mayor of Paynesville in a Wrestle League, or not a Wrestle Talk, in a Wrestle Talk Extra thing. One day.
It's after the replays. Kofi Kingston, one of the greatest comedy wrestlers of all time.
Kofi Kingston, one of the greatest comedy wrestlers? Is that what you said?
You know.
That's what I was going to say. Okay, let's see. Let's see here. I always forget about the Santino and Beth Phoenix team, and I love that team.
Mm-hmm.
A great chemistry. You can see them as a couple or one. I think that was the first time Vince saw cucking, and ever since then he's been obsessed with it.
Hang on. Yeah, $14 for my pizza. That's not bad.
Also, I'm just going to say...
Bueno.
Oh, this is a great question.
Yeah.
What's the question?
Jobber JJ asks, do you guys have any favorite wrestlers and favorite pay-per-views? Yes, we both have favorite wrestlers, I believe.
Yes. Mine's Edge.
Mine, if we're just going all time and it's got to be someone that doesn't wrestle right now, it's going to be Triple H. And pay-per-view, Ray, what's your favorite pay-per-view?
My favorite pay-per-view, give me a second on that. You go ahead and list yours.
While Ray is figuring that out, I will say that my favorite pay-per-view is either WrestleMania 31, because it was my first WrestleMania.
We watched that together.
Yes. Or, I don't know.
I need more specifics. Are you talking about like WWE stuff, or are you just talking about like in general?
I think he probably means in general. Would be my guess.
Wrestle Kingdom 11 is pretty solid.
Yeah.
12, that's a good one.
Okay, so in general, yeah.
In general, probably one of the Wrestle Kingdom 11 or 12 would be my favorite.
All right, $16 at the tip. Yeah, just go ahead and place my order.
But if you're going to hold me to WWE, I'd probably say WrestleMania 24 because it was also my first one. Also, it's just a stacked card.
All right, my pizza's going to be here in like 20 minutes. I'm excited. Plus, if I don't eat it all, I can put it in the fridge, and then I've got lunch tomorrow. So really, that's like $8 for dinner, $8 for lunch tomorrow. Mr. Ollie Davis nailed this one when he had just the mustache. Just a sexy boy.
I prefer I'm just a sexy Kurt. Have you not seen that way Kurt Angle covered on Shawn Michaels' theme song? You sound just a sexy Kurt. I'll make your ankle hurt.
Oh boy.
Kurt Angle, another fantastic comedy wrestler, even though he was
Kurt Angle's great. Kurt Angle's up there on my favorites of all time. Yeah, Kurt Angle's up there on my favorites of all time as well. He's not my absolute favorite, but he's up there, like top 10 at least.
Post 1998 Shawn Michaels is one of my favorites. Before good guy Shawn Michaels, not asshole Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, I think Royal Rumble 98 is also a good one. I remember enjoying that when I watched it. I think that was it. I think 98 is the year that Foley does all three faces in the same Rumble, and the Road Warriors fight the Outlaws, and Rock fights Ken Shamrock. I remember those matches. I might be thinking of a completely different year's Rumble, but I think it was 98.
Royal Rumble 05 was also a really, really good Royal Rumble.
Because does it have something to do with a certain old man tearing both quads?
Oh no! I thought Royal Rumble 05. No, that's you're thinking of 04.
No, that was 05.
No, 05 had. Yeah, man.
Because 04 was the year that nobody won the Rumble.
Kevin
They
Nash.
fell over the top.
I thought you were talking about Kevin Nash.
No, I was talking about Vince. Yeah, no, 04 was the year that there was no Royal Rumble winner because Big Show, he could have won it, but he just kind of fell over the top and nobody won. And then the title was vacated at WrestleMania. I don't know.
One second. I'm going to go to the bathroom, guys.
I swear this whole pay-per-view, all the audio is just bumped down just a little bit. Oh, weird.
Cheap pop. Good cheap pop there, Sean.
Yep. Mention Bret Hart. Make yourself famous, kid.
Not anymore. I teach my kids they cannot lose their belt by just claiming they lost their smiles.
Oh, HBK. People can call me basic all they want. I've always liked Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels has always been one of my all-time favorites as well.
Here comes probably my second favorite of all time.
Jericho?
Yeah.
He's way up there for me.
Yeah. And this is my favorite phase of Jericho. This is the best Chris Jericho there has ever been, bar none.
I agree. Yeah, no, this whole pay-per-view, the audio is just an octave lower, and I know people are probably really annoyed by me mentioning it. It's just throwing me way the hell off.
I'm telling you, it's not.
Even their voices are lower.
Check your TV settings then.
Legit, I think it's probably just the network. It screws up weirdly sometimes. It's not that noticeable, and the kind of good thing about it is if the audio does pick up on stream, it being an octave lower does make it easier to not get copyright struck on it.
Yep. Because Vince loves the copyright strike people.
Oh, son of a bitch. I accidentally just backed out of the pay-per-view. Give me a second.
Zander.
It's fine. I'll just jump myself ahead a few seconds.
Back when fans actually booed.
Hang on, I gotta get through this advertisement for Payback this Sunday on the WWE Network.
And I know, guys, like a lot of like people watch this and kind of get mad at me for saying this. If a wrestler's a heel, boo him. Especially if you're watching live. Especially if you're there, please just boo him. That's what he wants. And by not booing him on purpose, you're not letting him do his job.
No, let's see if I got it to roughly the right time here. Got it at about 40 minutes and 20 seconds. Yeah, the audio's fixed now that I've backed out as well. Jabba JJ says, my favorite wrestler is CM Punk. Favorite pay-per-view is TNA Unbreakable 2005, which has your favorite match of AJ versus Joe versus Daniels. All good choices except CM Punk. That's just my opinion.
I respect CM Punk.
Was that right?
I respect CM Punk.
I am well known as having heat with CM Punk.
I think you're the only one who has heat. I think you have heat with CM Punk. I'm not sure CM Punk has heat with you.
The accidental shoot punch that Jericho gave to Shawn's wife there.
Oh, you're
like, you know, he accidentally really punched her in the face, right?
Yeah, he did.
And when he went backstage to apologize, she just kind of grinned at him and said, "Is that all you got, Jericho?" I only know that because I read one of Jericho's many autobiographies a few years ago.
Jericho, more biographies surely come.
By the way, in case anyone wonders about my heat with CM Punk, I've shared the story on Twitter plenty, but I will show people a bit of a glimpse at an upcoming episode of GM Mode. that has to do with CM Punk.
Zander decided to provoke CM Punk on Twitter, and then CM Punk just decided to block him.
Yeah.
Why did you provoke CM Punk on Twitter, Zander?
I didn't mean to provoke CM Punk. But no, in an episode of SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 GM mode. Okay, we're good. I was actually scared. Someone was about to go wrong. Someone was about to go very wrong there. Hang on. I decided to pull the classic "How can two rivals ever work together on a team?" thing, and then the answer. Hold up. Where is it? It was a matter of how can two rivals ever work together against the tag team champions? Oh, son of a bitch. I'll show that to Ray when he gets back. Unless did you see what I was doing, Ray?
Yes.
Yeah. I wasn't supposed to go over in that match. Punk and I were supposed to lose.
Are you gonna text him now? Unblock me, tag partner. We need to discuss our strategy.
That would be funny. My order is out for delivery. So it should probably be here in the next couple minutes.
Look at Jericho's hair. It's amazing.
Did I like the "Is CM Punk actually good" video? Yeah, I did like the "Is CM Punk actually good?" Like, I admit CM Punk was a good wrestler. He was a good character. I just don't like him. He's not my cup of tea. It's the it's the same way that I've liked Seth Rollins even when Seth Rollins wasn't cool, and he just wasn't for everyone. Like I have CM Punk merchandise. I have a couple CM Punk action figures. I just don't particularly care for Phil Brooks. I don't know. Maybe I would have a different opinion of him if I had been watching when you guys were watching.
Yeah.
But wait, I mean, there's no way to know. That's kind of my thought on it. Like, there's really just no way to know. And Ray's going to have to take over the stream for a second because I will be right back.
I don't know why my dad decided to put the ball of Canada Dry right here. So, guys, what are you up to? What's everyone up to tonight? What's everyone getting into on this Friday night? Seth's still not cool. Seth's still not cool in the Shield days. I would say that. But, kind of sometimes. Okay. All right. So we're here on the LS11 Universe channel. Leave me comments, please. Talk to me while Zander gets his Zal. I'm going to pull up the stream that way and see your guys' comments live. Live and living color. So now we're getting Matt Hardy versus Mark Henry. And these two actually work really well together. They both know the structure of a good big man, little man match. So I'm actually really looking forward to this. So we don't have the lag tonight on stream. That's great. So glad that we don't have that lag bothering us tonight. Sending you questions about universe mode. You have any questions about universe mode? That's not a spoiler. I'll be happy to answer. I'm trying to get my charger hooked up, guys. What match are you up to? I am on Matt Hardy and Mark Henry for the ECW Championship. So now I'm finally going to be able to finish my dinner. I'm making at least I'm eating it. I like street taco size tortillas. Although there's some bigger ones in my pantry. A couple layers of steak. Topped with a little bit of queso. My famous queso has a really strong lime flavor, which I like a lot. Jobber JJ again. That match sounds 5 minutes max. It's amazing ECW lasted for another few. Didn't lasted another year. Next. But yeah, the whole brand was doomed when they fired Heyman. So yeah, Matt Hardy went for Twist of Fate, and so Jobber JJ. I remember them having a different match, which was better. But apparently, this is it. This match didn't even last a full minute. Tony Atlas and I have to beat up Mark Henry. We have Matt Hardy to get. We had good old fashioned Dusty, and there's Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy's now in this fray. Shows you what little opportunity WWE gave these WB and not even giving them a full match on this on the biggest show of the year. On the second biggest show of the year. Well, Edge and Vicky get divorced. And now we're seeing your boy Double JC Punk getting his first run of the belt in 08. I also saw that. I've also saw Punk win the belt live for the first time, cashing on Edge. Yep. So Punk had cashed in a few months earlier. I think it was the night after the draft. And this was actually inspiration, I think, for Jericho versus Punk 4 years later, with Jericho attacking Punk's society.
Did someone just say JBL? Hi, everyone. I'm back. Oh, wait. Hold up. There we go.
Why did you switch us?
Because I was on this side first, so I needed to get things back to the way they're supposed to be. I got my pizza. Gotta find some. I gotta get like a little tray table or something for down here. I actually might have one. Hang on, I'll be back again.
Come on.
I'm just literally stepping out of my room to grab a tray table because I think I have one.
Who remembers the days of custom sets? I do. I miss them.
Why CM Punk come out to Randy Orton's first theme song?
Okay, I couldn't find one. I'm just gonna get it out of the box like a person, like a normal person.
You're a few minutes ahead of me, or a few seconds ahead of me at least.
Holy shit, look at this pizza. Even through the darkest days, this fire burns. Kick-ass theme song.
Right, Jobber JJ? God, I miss custom sets.
What were you guys talking about?
Custom entrance sets for pay-per-views.
Oh, yeah, agreed. CM Punk has never had a bad theme song.
I'm gonna cut a few seconds ahead that way and catch up with you because right now CM Punk is just in ring for me.
JBL's a Grand Slam champion, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, because I couldn't remember. I thought he and Farouk held the tag team titles.
Where are you right now, buddy?
JBL just got pushed out of the corner by the referee, and Punk's standing in the bottom right corner.
What time are you on?
1 hour and 41 seconds.
What happened here? Oh.
Jobber JJ also says, thank Paul Heyman for the presentation of CM Punk.
Paul Heyman sings for a lot of good presentations.
Paul Heyman is full of good ideas. Vince McMahon just listens to very few of them. Hello, Cedric Alexander and Ricochet and Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza. That's
I'm
just
at
recent.
1-1-15.
What?
I'm at 1-1-15.
I am about 10 seconds ahead of you.
All right. If we ever watch non-WWE stuff, we should go back and watch Punk's last Ring of Honor stuff he did. Do you know what he did for his last days in Ring of Honor?
I don't.
He was champion and he got offered a developmental deal, and he but he had to stay in Ring of Honor like for the next couple months until he left. So he knew he was leaving months beforehand. So he literally became the Ring of Honor traitor, CM Punk, because everyone knew he was heading to WWE. He signed his WWE contract on the Ring of Honor World Championship.
Yes, Summer of Punk, a very botched storyline.
Mm-hmm.
It was like WWE went, hey guys, you know this really hot thing that you guys all really like? Well, what if we push them to the top? But then instead, how about we throw in some Kevin Nash, Alberto Del Rio, and Triple H in there? And The Miz and R-Truth.
What? I have on the SummerSlam logo in the banner above us, you see Undertaker's eyes.
Yeah. I just need one more soul, Vince. I can stop anytime I want. I just need one more soul.
Oh, and you missed the match, by the way.
What did I miss?
You missed Henry and Hardy.
Oh, yeah, it's a really short match.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it goes for, I think, 2 minutes, and then Hardy just hits Twist of Fate and wins.
Not this one. This lasted literally 30 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Hardy hit the Twist of Fate, wins pin Mark Henry. Tony Atlas pulled Matt Hardy out, started attacking him. And then Jeff Hardy came to save Matt Hardy from the evil clutches of Tony Atlas.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that now.
Wrestling, yeah.
Ring of Honor's version was way better than WWE's version. He got in Ring of Honor his last match in Ring of Honor. Oh, so did they do a Summer Punk in Ring of Honor too?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Okay. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Thank God Punk didn't go immediately to developmental. Do you want to know what happened to him?
What?
Well, goddamn, you wasn't call my goddamn Jim Cornette. What the fuck are you looking at? Look at that fucking hair. You need to cut that hair, get off all those tattoos, do some beach body training. You also need a gimmick. Let's give him a gimmick. All right. You sober? Okay, we're going to give him the gimmick of a man who was once an alcoholic. I have a lot of respect for Jim Cornette. I just love making fun of him. It's so easy to make fun of Jim Cornette.
Mm-hmm.
Zander, I'm just going to start playing sound bites whenever something happens. First one.
Thank you, fuck you, bye, boom.
Zander, you may hate Jim Cornette, but you do have to admit, thank you, fuck you, bye is hilarious. You want to end your phone calls like that? Punk is making his comeback.
I will never not find it funny how, because he's got the Pepsi logo on one of his shoulders, in all of the games, what they do is instead of just having a blank spot there, they just have a red and blue circle that's like half red, half blue with a line through the middle.
Yeah. Jim Cornette phrase I love is if it was raining spoons, he'll eat his soup with a I love is if it was raining spoons, he'll eat his soup with a fork. Was that in reference to Russo?
Probably.
90% of all the half of the shit that Jim Cornette has talked in his life has been about good old Vince Russo.
Jim Russo. Vince Russo is, he's something.
I can't remember on who. This is now. Oh, this is also a soundbite I'm going to be playing.
Comes out.
Wrestling, yeah. I'm watching Bash at the Beach or New Blood Rising. I would rather probably staple my own balls to a step stool.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yes, that was very barky.
Go off the script.
Here's the thing. I can successfully say things that Jim Cornette has booked. I have enjoyed them. And talk about a mind for wrestling. That dude, Jesus Christ, the encyclopedic knowledge that dude has about wrestling, probably pre-1995 to when it began, is absurd. I almost have no respect for Vince Russo in the field of pro wrestling. Because I'm going to be quite honest with all of you guys. I don't find much enjoyment in the Attitude Era unless you're talking about the main event stuff of the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
To me, the Attitude Era, it used to be such a celebrated thing, but looking back, it's a very, very misogynistic show, car crash TV, made for people who like Jerry Springer and dumb bullshit.
Yeah.
So, and like that's not me like being facetious or quoting Jim Cornette. Like Vince Russo and Ed Ferrara used to literally sit and watch Jerry Springer and make wrestling angles based on what happened on Jerry Springer.
That's disgusting. And hasn't Jerry Springer been a guest for WWE multiple times?
Yes.
Thought so.
So it is lowest common denominator BS when you book based on that. And
there you go. Punk just won.
yep. Thank you, guy in the crowd who felt the need to get up in the camera and go, yeah!
Russo can't tell the difference between a shoot and a work.
It's all a shoot, bro. Bro, let me tell you, bro.
Darkest days, this fire burns. Sorry. I actually do like This Fire Burns. Like, it's a pretty good song.
Yeah.
Before I realized it was CM Punk's theme song, it was my entrance theme in WWE 2K15.
Oh! The back of their heads colliding together. Although, I don't like JBL as a person, but I feel like if he had an investment seminar, I feel like I'd watch it. Because the man was a millionaire even before he had that aristocrat gimmick.
Yeah. He's
Like,
very smart when it comes to money.
Yeah.
I think he does stuff on Fox about investment.
Yeah, but I don't want to watch Fox.
Fair.
If JBL just had like a YouTube channel where he talks about investment, I'd watch that. Oh, great.
It's the submission specialist, the Great Khali.
Let's look at him. Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at those punches. That's Muhammad Ali stuff right there. A 12-time world champion Triple H.
And this was 2008. How many is he up to now in 2020?
Well, he lost it and then won it again in the next year. I think 15 or 14.
I'm going to look it up real quick. I think he's on. I know he's at least on 14. Ali versus Triple H, Jabber JJ.
Ollie versus Triple H. That depends.
He's a 14-time world champion.
Yep.
So Yep, Kali and Triple H. I've seen this match. Yep, Kali versus Triple H. We're about to watch this.
I think they had I know they had some type of arm wrestling contest before this. And I think it may have been into broken glass. Because that will determine who is a better athlete who can win an arm wrestling contest into shards of glass.
I'm just seeing all these guys that Kali beat that should have been. Oh my God! Yep, that is on broken shards of glass.
Triple H isn't a boring wrestler. He's a very good wrestler if he has in ring work. He just needs the right guy to work with him.
Yeah, I love Triple H. He has great matches, but he also does have boring matches. Like WrestleMania 32 with Roman was boring as hell. Great Khali was the world heavyweight champion at one point.
Yes, he was.
He won it in a battle royal.
Like all great champions.
It's my boy Justin Roberts, though.
That's someone else who Jim Cornette hates. Jim Cornette hates Justin Roberts.
Yeah, I've never watched a Triple H Randy Orton match, and if I never have to, it's too soon. All right, everybody. If you need to get a snack and stuff, now's your time. Kali's going to take a while to get to the ring. They said size 18 boots. Ray, what size shoe do you wear again?
18.
So you and the Great Khali have the same size feet.
Yeah, Grant, I have actually big feet even for my size.
Fair. Jobber JJ says later in 08 they face off twice in one night. No thanks. Never watching that pay-per-view.
Oh, come on.
What?
I just hit skip ahead 10 seconds and just restarted the whole show.
Give you a time sync. 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 55 seconds.
Pause it. I'll be there.
All right. 1 hour, 17 minutes, 57 seconds.
I would have felt kind of ripped off if the show was, I didn't feel ripped off at the time. If I had been there live and this was it, I would be mad.
While we wait, I'll just throw this image back up there.
Got it.
All right.
About 1:17:59.
All right. Ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
Bo-do-do, 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 do-do-do, 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 do-do-do. It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the game and how you play it. That's how the song goes, right? I mean, ask Lemmy.
You can't. Rest in peace, Lemmy.
Rest in peace, Lemmy, indeed.
Rock on!
I do actually really like Motorhead.
No, I believe Great Khali was the size of me when he was like 13 years old.
Wow. Java
Yeah.
JJS, does this match go 30 minutes? No, I think it goes like 3.
Well, this was a. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. No, I won't be wrong on that.
I know this match only takes 1 pedigree to end.
If I'm remembering correctly, so what happened was the bash happened, and then before that was One Night Stand Extreme Rules.
Mm-hmm.
And at early One Night Stand Extreme Rules, Randy Orton really messed up his shoulder because he went for an RKO, and then Triple H pushed him out of the ring, and he landed really awkwardly. Have you seen that match? It's actually a good. It might be the best Triple H Randy Orton match.
Well, as I said, I've never seen a Triple H Randy Orton match, and I'm proud of that. I didn't even watch the one they did in Saudi last year.
But I don't watch Saudi Arabia shows, you know that. Anyway,
I don't really watch them either anymore.
From India, just India.
Just in regards to me saying I've never seen a Triple H and Randy Orton match, I consider myself lucky. Triple H. We've still yet to even see Triple H in universe mode now I think about it.
Yep.
What about Cena Orton? I have seen several Cena Orton matches. I've seen what I consider their best matches, though.
But
Cena and Orton, yes, you guys had to deal with that feud a lot in 07 to 2010. Right? Was it like pretty much those 3 years where you got it a lot?
yeah.
Cena and Orton do have good chemistry together, though. Just I wouldn't want to watch them wrestle every single week.
But I believe SummerSlam was supposed to be Triple H and Orton again, if I'm correct. Or it was either going to be Triple H Orton. This was the original plan I'm talking about here. Either going to be Triple H Orton, or it might have been Triple H Batista with Cena and Orton again.
I have no idea. The last Cena Orton match that I saw.
For the company.
This is why TNA was better. Yeah, in this time period, Impact or TNA was better.
I'm not sure. 2008 was a pretty good year for the company.
Great Khali, just
Taz, stop it.
bless him. He's trying.
A small sack of something, potatoes.
Bless him. He's trying.
I actually like the combination of Mick Foley and JR. But then Triple H injured JR. Not Triple H, Edge injured Mick Foley, sorry.
So instead, we got Taz, Cole. Oh my God, Cole. Oh, I chopped a bit. I chopped a Triple H. You guys remember in 2017 when Jinder Mahal was WWE champion and Great Khali just randomly showed up during the Punjabi prison match to help Jinder win, and then was never heard from again. I'm not the only. That wasn't a fever dream, right? Right? That did happen.
That wasn't a fever dream, Zander. Now, okay, I'm not even sure if in-ring worked. Now, if you want to say like 09 through like 2010, TNA was better, probably.
Have I watched Big Show versus Khali? No, and I never plan to. I can count the number of Great Khali matches I have seen on two hands. This, Cena versus Khali, two matches between Rusev and the Great Khali, Damian Sandow versus the Great Khali, and multiple Royal Rumbles that he's been in.
Who can eliminate the Great Khali?
Dong.
Now, 2008 was a good year. 2009 was a terrible year for the company.
2009 was WrestleMania 25, wasn't it?
Yep.
It's the 25th anniversary, Ray. If that were the case, then this coming up year would be my 5th anniversary with my girlfriend. That's not how it works, though.
So that's not how time works.
No. Wait, no, this coming up year will be my 4th year, not my... Wait.
You don't need to see you contemplate your relationship lives, Zander.
No, this year is going to be... It is going to be 4 years in February.
Oh.
4 years in February.
Great Khali cared enough to try to actually pin Triple H there.
I've been considering drafting Great Khali in GM mode. Just to fuck with people. Like, not many people watch the GM mode series anyway, so like I just kind of fuck around in that series as it is. And like me saying not many people view it doesn't mean like nobody watches it. It just, out of the 3 series on the channel, it does get the least amount of views. ARW gets an average amount of viewers more, and Universe just gets a shit ton of viewers.
Yeah.
Whatever that's about.
I'm grabbing your shoulder. I'm gonna keep grabbing your shoulder.
This match is going a lot longer than I remember it going that night when I watched it. God, it's the devastating.
Okay, that was not a bad transition into that by the Great Khali, though.
Like, that was clever, but like, come on now. That just makes him look stupid, though, does it not? TNA had great matches until they put the belt on Mick Foley. Backlash 08, I think, is Big Show and Khali. Saw it on WWE YouTube. Yeah, that seems like the kind of match they would put on their YouTube channel. I just happen to remember the year before I started watching, because 2013 was really Khali's last active year with the company.
Yeah. Oh God, here we go.
There it is. Because like, yeah, Khali I think made like a sporadic number of appearances in 2014, but not many.
I can't imagine like the difficulty of wrestling around all those mic cords.
Yeah. Also, Jabba JJ, I'm not. What about Kane versus Khali versus Batista? Never seen that match either. But yeah, I think 2014 was Khali's last real active year with the company. Like, he did a couple sporadic appearances, but I think 13 was his last full-time year. You remember when they turned Khali into the Punjabi Playboy and had Natalya and Hornswoggle running around with him?
Because big people and little people running around with women who are actually not too bad looking, but we don't think are that good looking. That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, Natalya is unfortunately... I think Natalya, Beth Phoenix, AJ Lee, and Caitlyn were born in the wrong generation of women. And yeah, you could argue there's more that were in the wrong generation of women, but those 4 are just the ones I immediately think about.
Oh, God. Sorry, 1 second. My computer is kind of set right now. Hide.
Just got Jobber JJ comments popping up on the screen.
Yeah. All right, we're good.
Okay, cool. When they
You
gave
have
up
your
on him, good
freak out on
decision.
your computer.
Here we go. I think we're about to see the world's most awkward pedigree. I think the only pedigree more awkward than this is when Seth Rollins pedigreed Brock Lesnar that one time.
Or when you pedigreed me.
3rd most awkward pedigree of all time. Because, yes, there does exist footage of me hitting Ray with a pedigree, and me trying to hit Ray with a pedigree is really awkward to watch. And I did it at least 50.
The last time we wrestled, I really, really, really tried. I really tried.
I know. And people even told me that watched those matches between us. They were like, you trying to pedigree Ray is like Triple H when he tried to pedigree Khali. And I was like, yeah. Giant. I should have switched my finisher to the curb stomp.
Or, kept it on the stunner. The stunner was working.
I couldn't do the stunner. I wasn't sticking. I can't get my legs to go out straight in front of me to do the stunner because my legs are way longer than they. Like, I have really long legs.
Yay! Here we go.
Here it comes. One of the most awkward pedigrees in history.
How long has this match lasted in minutes? Oh, thank God.
Oh, thank the Lord. There is a God. The ending of that match is proof. I'll celebrate that with a slice of pizza.
I love how Great Khali's just looking at his arms, just like.
Yeah. Pepperoni, mushrooms, onions with garlic butter is, in case anyone's wondering what's on my pizza.
I go with a much more basic pizza when I order pizzas. I'm a much more basic man when it comes to my pizzas.
Well, it was a discount from Pizza Hut, so to get 3 toppings. So
You're not required to get 3 toppings.
yeah, Kurt Angle versus Samoa Joe was an alternative. Fair enough.
You all bow to me. I'm gonna fuck my way to the top of this company.
8 fucking years that spinner belt was a thing, by the way.
8 years, guys. But this upcoming year, it will have been 8 years with the current design. The Rock brought in, and they changed sort of later, but didn't really. I get Triple H was balding, but I like long hair Triple H. They are not holding back with the. Okay, so the entire Hollywood promo was because John Cena had been in the Marine and in a movie called 12 Rounds.
Hang on, Jobber JJ just spoke to me. He says, "Winged Eagle belt all the way." Agreed.
Dude, man, you have to destroy it for the punishments.
Well, I want to double or nothing you for payback.
No.
If I lose,
No. No. You can't make me agree with that. No, you got to shred the belt.
let me give you my proposition here.
Nope.
Like, yeah, whatever.
See, whenever I let you do those things, I end up losing. It's like I almost let you change your predictions for SummerSlam, but then I was like, but if I do that, I'm probably going to end up losing this. So I'm
What
going to.
predictions?
We had all the same predictions going to SummerSlam, and your 2 picks had to win or for you to win.
Mm-hmm.
I almost, after that happened, let you change your picks at the last minute, but I was like, wait, if I do that, I'm going to lose.
I wouldn't have changed, though, because I genuinely did think the people I picked were going to win. Double or nothing was going to be, though, that if I win, I don't have to destroy the belt. But if I lose, not only do I destroy the belt, I've got to shave my whole body again.
I don't care if you do or not, Zander. You're destroying that belt.
Motherfucker.
It means nothing to me. I've already seen you shave your body once. The gratification is gone. Also, Zander, I felt really bad after you shaved your whole body.
It did suck. Do I just keep seeing Cena and Batista wearing the tag belts in this promo?
Oh yeah, they were tag champions. I think going into this match, they're still tag champions.
This was the era where rivals always teamed up and won the tag titles together. Because I'm pretty sure Cena and Michaels won the titles at one point.
Who has more testosterone replacement therapy?
Who?
Cena versus Batista.
Who?
Probably Batista. Wouldn't you guess?
Oh no.
Wah wah woo do 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 do.
I mean, Cena is jacked, but Batista looks like he's wearing football pads under his skin. Batista's still facing this, yes. I mean, he kind of turned heel because he tried to kill Shawn Michaels.
And we try to kill
Hang on,
someone.
just because I'm curious. I'm gonna look up who the tag team champions were at this time.
It was Cena and Batista. Was it?
I'm checking.
Well, they didn't have true tag teams. One thing I love about NXT. Boy, Bill.
Yeah, it's also my dad's favorite tag team of all time, guys. The Vaudevillains.
Not of all time.
Of all the times.
Stretcher match, HBK versus Batista.
Yep. No, even before that, his whole thing was, I'm going to kill Shawn Michaels for retiring Ric Flair.
Okay, Batista and John Cena held the titles for 6 days.
So Shawn Michaels retired Ric Flair at WrestleMania 24, and Batista's whole thing was like, you should have let Rick beat you out of respect. And then Batista's whole mission became, I'm going to kill Shawn Michaels in honor of Ric Flair.
Okay, so they only held the titles for 1 week. They lost them back to the team they beat for them the next week.
And who was that team?
Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase Jr.
Oh, yeah.
Who would then go on to lose it to CM Punk and Kofi Kingston. So, Ray, I want you to think about this. Let me read you the description of the WWE.com list of when, because they put little descriptions for when the teams won the titles.
Uh-huh.
I want to read this to you to see if you or Jobber JJ or anyone else watching remembers this. Nearly 2 months after Cody Rhodes, Ted DiBiase, and Manu cost CM Punk the World Heavyweight Championship, the straight edge superstar and Kofi Kingston defeated Rhodes and DiBiase on Raw to become the new World Tag Team Champions. What I want you to remember is Manu as part of Legacy.
Yeah, it happened. He swallowed down 1,000 years of anger.
Not Evolution. Legacy had 5 members at one point, didn't it?
Yes.
Manu, and there was another bloke, but I can't remember who he was.
Yeah, Rhodes and DiBiase became a team at Night of Champions 08. Because Cody was champions with Hardcore Holly.
That's right. I do remember the match. I just didn't remember what year it was.
Bring Hardcore Holly into AEW to have a grudge match with Cody. I'm mad at you for abandoning me 13 years ago. Die! Bob Holly, a man who likes to murder people for fun.
Yep. We only have an hour left on this show. Wow.
Look at the jorts. Respect the jorts.
Wah, wah, woo. Do, 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 do. I don't remember any tag teams or mid-card champs from this era unless Ziggler versus Kofi. Not a bad thing to remember. Ray, I know you didn't watch all of Quizzlemania this week.
I did not.
But there was a round when Luke was hosting where the round was he's going to name a pay-per-view and everyone has to write down how many matches out of how many matches were on the pay-per-view they think they could name. And the person who says they think they could name the most has to try and name the most.
Yeah.
And then if they can't name that number, then the next person can try and steal and get that many points. So Over the Limit 2011 came up.
Jackhammer?
Over the Limit 2011 came up. And Sean Ross Sapp said, I think 4, maybe 5. And he named 4. But you had to say the stipulation and if there was a title on the line. So he said Randy Orton versus Christian. And so he was wrong because he didn't say Randy Orton versus Christian for the World title. And so Adam Blampier buzzes in. He goes, Christian versus Randy Orton for the World Heavyweight title. And Luke just goes, okay, then you need one more. And Blampier goes, I don't know. Dolph Ziggler versus Kofi Kingston for the U.S. title. And he was right. Because that's just the guess. That is the guess for that time period. It probably happened. No, you did not just hear what Michael Cole said, did you?
What?
When Cena had Batista up on his shoulder, he said, this is all about who's the big dog of Monday Night Raw. No.
Off in the distance.
Mid-card champs in 2008.
Santino.
Santino's the Intercontinental Champion on this show. And
Jericho. Punk. Mysterio, I think. Ziggler wouldn't debut till 09.
Where he debuted against Batista with his whole I'm Dolph Ziggler gimmick.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck that gimmick was.
And I'm pretty sure that's it. I know Punk. I know Jericho. I know Morella. I think Kingston held it that year. I can't be sure. No, he wouldn't have. Because it was in ECW. Maybe Shelton Benjamin. Yeah, definitely Shelton Benjamin. He was United States champion that year.
Because there ain't no stopping him now.
Santino debuted. Oh wait, no, he did not actually.
Did he debut? He debuted in 07, right?
Yeah, and Raw on Raw that was in Italy, and he beat Bobby Lashley.
He beat Umaga with the help of Bobby Lashley.
Umaga. Yeah.
Umaga was the Intercontinental Champion, and Vince McMahon picked Santino out of the crowd, and Lashley showed up, hit Umaga with the Dominator, and then put Santino on top of him and held him down. Rest in peace, Umaga.
Do you remember what Santino called the Honky Tonk Man?
At Cyber Sunday, right?
The Honky Donkey Man.
Oh. Yep, the build to Battle of the Billionaires. Yep.
I think it was post Battle of the Billionaires.
Actually, yeah, it was because Vince was wearing his fedora.
Yeah.
I believe Cena breaks his neck in this match. Ray and I were talking about that last night.
He doesn't break his neck. He really messes it up, though.
I think they bill it as he breaks his neck, though.
Here, oh no, I think this is where it happens. John, take my hand. We can do this. Look at him. He's in there like, John, take my hand. And this sweet.
I, for one, like Batista. He does the top rope leg drop. Yes, Cena does the top rope leg drop and gets countered into the Batista bomb to end this match, I believe is what I remember the end being.
I was really mad when Batista won this when I was a child. So peeved. I was like,
I will admit, by the way, I've had significantly more fun going back and watching this with you than I had watching Heroes of Wrestling.
oh, if you want to watch that live stream's on my channel.
Yeah. If you want to see me go on a cursing tirade, just skip to the end of that stream.
And Zander just was like not having this live stream.
I was not.
You were so mad at the world. And I just kind of gave in to the madness and had my own sort of fun. Zander was just refusing that proposition.
Yeah, pretty much. So it's a bit of a spoiler for GM mode, but I managed to get John Cena on my show in GM mode in an episode.
Oh my God! Look, he just has his arms lightly wrapped around Batista's chin.
Yeah. So speaking of that, I made a reference to a Stone Cold podcast where he had John Cena on it. Because the first thing I did when I brought Cena into GM mode was I asked him about Stone Cold. Cena put Stone Cold in the STF, and Cena, even in the games, has it way down here. And so I started doing my Stone Cold voice. I went, John, I ain't gonna tap out unless you start to snug that thing up, boy. Because back in, I think, 2014, actually, Stone Cold, when he kind of first started really doing his podcast, had Cena on it, and they were talking about Cena's moves, and Stone Cold went, that the STF, and John went, yes, the step over to hold face lock, and Stone Cold's response was, yeah, do me a favor, snug that thing up for me, will you? And he never did.
Well, now he wraps his arm around it and grabs it here, so it looks a little tighter.
Yeah. It's better than it used to. It's better than this. Like, seeing people tap out to that. Hang on. Wait for it to come through and I'll put it on the screen. Give it a second. StreamYard takes a minute to catch up with the live chat. I don't know, Jerry. Can Batista stand after having another man's leg wrapped around his leg for a split second?
All the stars in the universe. And there was one good match on that show. It's I believe it is one of them was the Express versus Tully Blanchard.
Yeah, that's like the only decent match on the show. But it's
But-
because they were still in decent shape.
There's parts of that show that are kind of amazing to watch.
God, Batista.
I told Zander at one point, get ready for the most depressing ending to a pay-per-view of all time.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was expecting.
And then you got to see drunk as a skunk Jake Roberts just trotting around the ring.
With fatter Yokozuna, out of shape King Kong Bundy, and slowly aging Jim Neidhart.
Wrestling. I'm just gonna say, like, I was thinking about this. I think AJ Styles might be the best botch recovery in the business.
Oh yeah?
Like, if you see some of his New Japan work, there's a section where he's like in the corner and he's ready to hit the phenomenal forearm, and he trips up on the ropes and he lands on his feet in front of the dude, and it takes him a split seconds. He immediately flips around and does a Pele kick.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds here, Jabba JJ. I'll link Ray's channel in the chat.
About 20 minutes in, Xander's left alone and that's probably why I had significantly more fun than he did.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
I mean, I just went on the Pineapple Express a little bit.
God,
I'm
I
trying
need
to be
my
John
haircut.
Cena. I'm trying to be John Cena.
It's fluffy hair hours right now.
It's called a loser's watch party, by the way.
Yeah. It's from when we tied at the greatest wrestling show ever, Backlash.
Here comes the finish.
Wow, this show is actually flying by, but like I'm having a great time watching it though. Like it's been a really good show.
Yeah, it's a fun show. It's a good
Like,
balance card.
Triple H Ali was a down point in it for me. Like it wasn't great, but it's better. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, because now you've watched years of wrestling, so now you live in a world of optimism. Where it's like, that's bad. But is it drunk as a skunk Jake Roberts bad? Here we go. Watch him. Boom.
Mm. I thought that was the finish.
I think it may have been. Watch him. Of course, Cena continues the match. John Cena. He never gives up. You see his arm twitching. I think he re-aggravated his shoulder. Watch him. That's the finish. Victory Road 2011. That is really, really fucked up Jeff Hardy.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah. Me getting the urge to watch Victory Road 2011 is like me bringing Will o' the Wisp into universe mode. Never gonna fucking happen.
In case you don't know, we have a commentator who likes to commentate. We should bring in Will o' the Wisp a lot to fight the Fiend.
Wait, what?
In case you don't know, we have a commentator who likes to comment a lot that we should bring in Will o' the Wisp to face the Fiend.
God, I could not imagine watching that live. The Victory Road incident. Those were some of the darkest days for Jeff.
The ultimate.
It was the ultimate showdown. That dates this video.
The scars and wounds of victory.
I'll walk for miles in this bitter danger.
Like, okay, so, it's an infamous story that Jim Ross didn't know he was going to get drafted to SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly believe that, like, the main reason he was upset is because it was clearly the mark of when they were taking Jim Ross as the voice of WWE and they were moving away from him and giving that responsibility to Michael Cole.
Yeah. And I know I'm one of the only people with this opinion, but in certain circumstances, Michael Cole is not the worst.
As long as it's not being controlled by Vince McMahon.
Yeah, like Michael Cole is not the. I can just switch this around like that. I didn't even have to remove people from the stream. Take notes, Blampier. Will Edge and Vicky get a divorce? What the fuck?
They had these polls, man.
Isn't worst decision ever? Heel Michael Cole, Jerry King, and Booker T. Oh yeah. Not gonna lie, one weekend when I was in like 10th grade, maybe, like Ray, you and I had just really started being friends and stuff.
Yeah.
I spent like an entire weekend rewatching most of 2012 WWE. So is this the last match?
Yeah.
Wow, they're going to go for like almost an hour.
Well, it's to blow off to a year-long feud, so.
Yeah. Is this the one where if... No, this isn't where if Undertaker loses, he leaves, right? That was last year.
That was One Night Stand a few months before this. Because, because Edge had an affair with Vicky's wedding planner. I'm not kidding here. And Vicky, as a measure of revenge, brought back The Undertaker.
No disrespect to Vicky Guerrero, because she's an incredible performer, but I'm pretty sure 99% of her storylines after Eddie passed were what guy is she fucking this time?
Well, that's not her. That's on her.
No, that's what I was saying. That's not on her at all. Like, no disrespect to Vicky Guerrero at all. She's a fantastic performer as a heel.
I think they didn't know how to book a woman. Well, they didn't know how to book a woman, period. But especially a woman who didn't wrestle.
Yeah.
Um, now, Edge had a really big responsibility in this feud because this is the main event angle. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And Undertaker was not going to be around for all the build. It was solely on Edge to build the match.
I remember all this. Edge heads were great. The video package at One Night Stand was awesome, especially the theme song. I'll have to check it out.
The video package here is actually really good.
He found that edge.
Yeah. Boom! I love this feud so much. Hit Chavo! Yeah! Kill Chavo!
Wasn't this also the year where Edge fought Undertaker at Mania?
Yeah, this is, yeah.
Okay, so I'm thinking here. This was 2008, right?
Yeah.
So this was the year Cena won the Rumble.
Yeah.
Who did Cena fight at Mania?
He fought in the triple threat.
Oh, God. Ben Taylor, favorite member of the Mean Street Posse. Ray, you want to take this one?
Mean Street Posse. Let me look up the members because I'm not familiar with them that much.
Yeah, because I've never really dealt with Mean Street Posse either. I wasn't around for that. Didn't Vicky cheat on Edge, or was that another storyline? I believe it was Edge that cheated on Vicky.
No. A couple months later, they did. I have a lot to explain to you, buddy.
Pete Gas, Rodney, and Joey Abs. And then Billy Pete and Willie Green.
I'm going to say Shane because Shane brought them together.
Yeah, I'll go with Shane. Like, if I have to pick an actual member, I'll go with Joey Abs. I like his name.
But to give you some context, so after this, Edge actually wanted to take a break, and he didn't take the length of the break they wanted to. He was back at Survivor Series.
Uh-huh.
But Edge wanted to take a longer break. I think Edge actually wanted to miss out on Mania.
Really?
Yeah. Because Edge had to be a major centerpiece at the last 3 or 4 Manias. Because he was the main event at 24. He was a big part of the Money in the Bank match in 23. He had the big match with Foley at 22, and he won the first Money in the Bank match at 21. Okay, Fave MITV cash in.
Well, you know what mine is, so that's why I'm letting you go first. Mine is Rollins, by the way, because I was marking the hell out that night.
He's my favorite forever. Edge cashing in on Cena. the first time the cash-in ever happened, because that set the precedent for what the cash-in was. Because originally it was just supposed to be, I want him at the upcoming pay-per-view. And then Edge went to Vince's office and said, look, what if I came out that moment and said I want the match right now, right after a match? So Edge set the precedent.
Changed the way Money in the Bank worked forever.
Yeah, so Edge set the precedent for this idea, and Edge really played a. But so Edge wanted to miss out on Mania, but they needed him back. I forget for what reason. I think maybe someone dropped out of Mania. But yeah, Edge then came back at Survivor Series, and he'd been living in the mountains. He actually went from here into a cabin in the mountains. And he lived there for a couple months. Just lived in the mountains.
Seeing clean-shaven Edge is weird for me. All right, so you're like 2 seconds ahead of me because I heard the gong.
Yeah.
I heard the gong, and then I heard it 2 seconds later.
No big deal. 2 seconds, not that much. Yeah, but Edge is cash in on Cena. Send in more questions if you like. Anyway,
WJ says Elimination Chamber 09. He lost at the start and beat up Kofi.
Yeah, but he returned at Survivor Series because Jeff Hardy was attacked in a stairwell.
Right, which I think was just kayfabe for Jeff Hardy did drugs again.
No, but Jeff Hardy won the title the next month.
Oh. I couldn't remember. Legit.
So then Jeff and Edge fought at the next pay-per-view in which Matt Hardy turned on him, and then Matt Hardy killed Jeff Hardy's dog.
What about my dog, Matt? What about my dog? What about Jack?
See, okay. And sometimes accidents turn into tragedy. Feuds don't get weird, man. Yeah. What moment made you mark out the most?
That's a good question. Because there are a lot of moments that have
made.
You
never said your cash in, actually.
What was that?
No, you did. Sorry. I feel like your cash in and your markup moment is the same thing.
Yeah, but I guess if I had to give some other ones, Ryder winning the IC title is a good one. The story gets weird. WWE in the mid-late 2000s. Zander, do you know about the limo exploding? Yes, I do. I do know about the limo exploding. It's a bit of a random one, but I do have another moment in quote-unquote wrestling that has made me mark out a lot.
Which is?
Hang on, I'm gonna put it on stream because it's more of a visual thing than a what do you call it? It's more of it's a visual we can get away with putting on the stream.
Yeah.
So because it is a quick little video clip, it's gonna mute both you and I for like the 5 seconds it takes for it to play, but I'll let you know when it starts. You'll see it when it starts playing. But in case anyone's wondered what my true, real mark-out moment has been for me personally, like Rollins cashing in, Ryder winning the IC title, both of those are up there. Drew winning the Royal Rumble was there as well. I don't know. This right here is my personal mark-out moment.
Oh, guess what's back? For the third day in a row, it's only Zander Mania! It's
Zander Mania! What kind of shirts he got on? Oh.
Just Ollie, Luke, and Lori, 2 days after they've learned about me, shouting at the top of their lungs, Zander Mania running wild.
Okay, mark-out moments for me. Edge returning the Royal Rumble actually made me cry. I had actually like a tear. I had actual tears running down my face when I saw Edge come back.
Also, do you know the story ends JBL versus Finley? Yes, I do. Because it was supposed to be Mr. Kennedy, but then he was suspended for being a bad boy. And so Orton WWE a free card of it's the fucking leprechaun.
And then you got to see JBL abuse a midget.
Yeah. First Wrestle Talk term. That was actually funny enough, Jobber JJ. And that might have been your first Wrestle Talk
markup moments.
But that was my third one because that was WrestleMania. TakeOver 2 nights prior, G1, I believe it was, or it might have been New Japan Ring of Honor Supercard or whatever. And then WrestleMania, so that was 3. And I've not missed a pay-per-view yet.
There's a few moments that really make me work out. One of them is Edge returning.
Yeah, I love that.
Big moment for me. Finn Balor winning the NXT Championship in Japan, beating Kevin Owens.
Which I had spoiled for me.
Zander, I thought you said you were getting up the same time I was to watch the match.
I was trying, but remember, my cat turned off the PS4, so I was 5 minutes behind.
Yeah, but wow, that was a great moment.
Yeah. Jobber JJ says G1 when we just talked about Bret Hart. Yeah. Do you guys know Bret Hart got attacked at the Hall of Fame?
Okay,
Sorry. Good.
Nakamura throwing Reigns out at the Royal Rumble and winning the Royal Rumble.
This is a really interesting one coming up. Favorite TV match ever. So I, as I've said, have only been watching for a few years.
Lesnar Angle Iron Man match on SmackDown.
That's a good one. The first hour of the Gauntlet match on Raw a couple years ago, where Rollins went over an hour.
Yeah.
But then Lesnar Angle's up there as well. So
yeah, Lesnar Angle. It's a very odd choice, but I love it so much. The Rollins Neville WWE Championship match they had on Raw was a really, really good match.
And then another good one, Cena and Punk at the Raw before WrestleMania 29.
Oh yeah, it was a great match. Great match.
Which I think was Cena's first ever clean win over Punk, wasn't it?
Yes.
That's a great. I've actually gone back and watched that.
Night after WrestleMania 23, when Cena and Michaels went for an hour on Raw.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Yeah. A lot of people don't give this match credit it deserves, but about a month after Steamboat Savage won, there was another Steamboat Savage match that was on free TV, and that's also a really good match. I can watch it. Oh, it's a good match. And this is a very odd match. I forget. It was someone versus Al Snow, and it was in like 1990. Also, two matches on the same night. Al Snow defending the hardcore title in 1998, and he had just been recently bathed in blood by the Brood, and he was fighting outside in the snow. So the blood was mixing in with the snow as he was fighting this dude. And
I needed snow in Georgia at some point for Hardcore Scramble.
And also, it's really I just love the moment. This might be my markup moments, even though I didn't watch it live. See, that was the thing. That's why all the moments are so recent, is because I can just go off while I watch live. But I kind of marked out for this, even though it happened in the past. The Raw where Mankind won the WWE Championship.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
Jabber JJ says I would also put in Kurt versus Rhino versus someone when it went the entire 1 hour. There's also when Zayn and Joe went for the entire hour of NXT way back then.
Yeah, there's also Finn and Nakamura on NXT.
Yeah, that's a good one as well.
Yeah,
a lot of good matches that happened on TV. I think I got to give it to that Gauntlet match where just the part of the Gauntlet match where Rollins was in there for over an hour, because the Gauntlet went a little bit downhill from there.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as Elias came in and eliminated Rollins, it went downhill because, like, Balor Elias was underwhelming, Miz and Balor was underwhelming, and then Strowman.
In 2008 WWE, you knew it was serious when the big half of the stairs came in.
Oh, yeah. Well, those things weigh over 500 pounds, Ray.
Yeah.
Kofi's
what
first
I love-
gauntlet was good too.
What I love about this match, and this might be one of my favorite. This might be why it's one of my favorite matches. Also, Brian's heel turn on Styles.
Yeah, Jobber JJ mentioned the Kofi's first gauntlet, which actually, now thinking about it, might be better than the Rollins one because, Kofi's in there. He beats Brian clean. I believe next he rolls up Joe.
I feel bad for Mustafa Ali in that scenario.
Yeah, because that was supposed to be him.
Yeah.
Poor Mustafa. But yeah, he rolls up
Hopefully he
Joe.
gets another opportunity someday.
I think Kofi just then straight up beats Jeff Hardy as well.
Yeah.
And then he and Styles go at it. And it's perfect because Kofi has 4 great matches and then just AJ beats Kofi and then bang.
I'm going to talk about the show a little bit that we're actually watching. See, what I love about this and what I love about the story here is Edge had the most success he had been with The Undertaker with the TLC match, so he tries turning this into a TLC match inside the cell.
Fair enough.
To me, I really like that story because it kind of lets them both have their match type at once. Great strategy there. I just love the way they booked that. Now I love how Edge lost the dad bod when he became a dad.
Just reminding everyone that the LS11 Universe Royal Rumble premieres tomorrow.
Don't forget,
I'll be in the comment section during it.
I'll be at work.
Yep, Ray unfortunately won't be there, but Ray knows how it goes. He was there. It's a great show,
Let me say spam. What do you guys do as main jobs? I work at a grocery store.
It's a bit of a complicated answer for me because I work multiple places. I work as part of the staff for my school's newspaper. I work for the IT department at my school. I work as a freelance voiceover on Fiverr. And I also work part-time at my stepdad's auto shop.
Yeah. I'm getting into the voice acting game here in a bit. TLC ended when Taker crashed through 4 tables. Yes, it did. 4 tables. So,
TLC ended when Taker crashed through 4 tables. Ray, you'd know more about that than I would.
I already said it did.
Oh, okay. 4 tables. That's a lot of tables.
Yeah. He had his hands on the belt and the Edge pushed him over.
Wow. Man, it is weird to think about the
There was a time Undertaker could go through 4 tables.
That, and it's kind of weird to think about when we were going to do, that real life wrestling federation together in the backyard. The way we were going to do tables was the cheap $40 tables you get from Walmart that have the bend in the middle that with just enough pressure would break down the middle.
Yeah. Get the table! Just the table.
Just the table.
Not get the tables. The table. I don't think that table is Tommaso Ciampa that good. Yes.
Yes, I love Tommaso Ciampa. One of my favorites.
Oh yeah. We were backyard boys at one point.
Yes, we were. Let's see here. I've probably got some images from it.
Yeah.
In fact, I've got the perfect
You
image for it.
do you have the clip of me spiking Allen?
I
Now,
can get
to be fair though, like we just did that as a joke for a while. When we were going to do it seriously, we were actually going to build the wrestling ring in the backyard.
Yeah, if you give me a second, I will have the clip of you spiking Allen.
Yeah, I gave it dirty deeds to Allen, and God,
Allen, by the way, for those that don't know, is our. He's
is
essentially
the third member of the trio.
he's the Lori of our group.
Hey, look at him. Zander, look in the background.
What?
Look in the background of the stream.
Oh, it's all back there. Yeah, there he is.
There's my cat, guys. I work at a
I'm
grocery
trying to find it.
Yeah.
This was actually one of the last images Ray. So a little bit of a peel back of mine and Ray's relationship as friends. We went through about a 2.5-year period where we didn't talk to one another.
Yeah.
Someone else that we don't talk about.
Not just because of her, also because of us, but
Well, yeah, not just because of them, but also because of stuff with us. But point remains. So while this video clip of us with Alan is working its way into StreamYard, here's a good picture to kind of sum up what our backyard stuff looked like.
yeah, but you see like the red roots coming in there.
Yeah, my lack of beard. The original Xandermania shirt that was the lettering was printed way too small. Same. We did back safe moves like back bumps and FUs. Yeah, we didn't do quite
Okay,
it.
I forget. There was a time where I got like really messed up on something, but it was primarily Zander and Ellen. Primarily Zander.
Yeah, primarily me that got my shit kicked. All right,
Okay.
so I'm gonna play this video clip because you're gonna hear Ray talking in it because this was one he just sent me a video clip of where he was commentating about how he legit knocked Allen out. Ready? Go.
So there's where he hits right there. Now I watch UFC fights. How Allen's stomach is moving in the
It'll restart again so everyone can just see Allen's head bounce.
So there's where he hits.
He was not being over dramatic or anything. That was literally Ray slammed him into the dirt so hard that he went boom.
And like if you look at Allen's stomach, it's moving in and out really deep, really fast, which means his brain is gasping for air. We got jumping off the small roof into the trampoline. We did not have a trampoline. We had a park.
We had a park in my backyard. I had a trampoline right after Ray and I stopped hanging out.
Yeah.
And we did do some videos.
I was not allowed on that trampoline.
What was that?
I was not allowed on the trampoline.
No, you were not.
I was deemed too big for the
Yes. When we got the trampoline, I asked what the weight limit was on it so that we knew how many people we could not have on at a time. My dad said the weight limit is anyone smaller than Ray, and you're fine.
Yep.
I didn't know that this match went outside of the cell.
It does for a little bit. Don't worry, they don't climb it. I was really hoping they did, though. They would when it's all live. I'm gonna hit you with the box. Nah.
Who is this?
This is Edge and the Undertaker inside Hell in a Cell.
Hell in a cell. You know the only thing more dangerous than that is, Ray?
Heck in a sec.
War games. Man, I really hope 2K22 does have. I don't think it will, but it would be great if 2K22 had war games just so we can have an episode of NXT in Universe where we can finally have war games.
What?
No,
What? Say it.
No.
Say what you said.
No.
Bring me on sin, Timothy. Take your ain't claiming after going through ain't climbing going through 4 tables. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're talking about our backyard wrestling thing we used to do, and how in hindsight it is hilariously dangerous.
Let's not forget the time I got a giant cut, or I got a cut on the back of my ear.
And then there was you getting slammed by Alan. Oh yeah, that little clip. Did I ever show you that? Alan picked Zander up, and then Alan's body came out trying to pick up Zander. So Alan just got up. So Alan just fell forward and full force planted Zander on the ground.
Yeah, it was when I was at my fattest and most out of shape.
That's not really, you want to be a spot where you throw Alan in the air like an attitude adjustment, and Alan would catch your head and give you an RKO.
All right, well, we'll take care of Ben Taylor. Thanks for stopping by. It was fun getting to answer some questions for you.
A lot of guys coming from the UK.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
hello, our friends in the UK.
just think about where a lot of these people know me from.
Yeah.
Is that
What,
right?
big hair? Oh my God, Zander.
What, did you not see this earlier?
I did, but it's still shameful that you did that. So Hulk Hogan has a tattoo on his forearm that says "I am that I am," but whoever did it wrong, and it looks like it says "Jam that jam." So Zander, as a joke, wrote "Zander that mania" on his forearm.
We've got all 3 sides of the feud in the chat now. We got Zander that mania, we got FTF, and we got Jam that jam. Zander that mania. I want in on Quizzlemania 18, Mr. Ollie Davis. The Blanc.
Ollie won't let that happen.
Zander mania. Icon versus Icon. Quizzle mania.
Okay, guys, you are not, fooling yourself here. Zander just called himself an icon by proxy.
Blampier is shaving his hair and his beard off. Let me in Quizzlemania 18, Ollie. I'll shave my beard if I lose.
No.
Just the one where he goes through the ring.
Yes, it is. This is the special match where Undertaker sends Edge to hell.
What?
Have you not seen the end of this show?
No.
Oh my God.
Jobber JJ just says, wow.
Okay, why is Undertaker sitting there acting like he's having a seizure after Edge kicked him in the balls? Edge kicks Undertaker in the balls. Most guys go, ah!
Why don't Ray and I do a Quizzlemania? Simple answer. We
haven't been invited.
We haven't been invited to Quizzlemania. And also,
I'd probably smash Zander.
Ray would probably destroy me, depending on what area of WWE or trivia in general we were in for wrestling. And third, we don't have enough people.
Oh,
I mean, like,
I love it. I love
you know, if we can get people together to do it,
series of maybes.
if we can get people to do it, Ray,
it's like a wrestling trivia show.
Ray, I've got an idea. if we can get the people to do it, because you destroy us all, you host.
because of my encyclopedic knowledge on wrestling.
Like, think about it like this: you host participants, Zander Mania, Mayor of Painesville Dan, Jobber JJ 496, Mr. Ollie Davis #1 fan, and who else could we get? And former Wrestle Talk employee Luke Owen. Let's do it.
Don't give me that responsibility, Zander.
We can call it.
Because if you do that to me, Zander, I will just do continuously stuff nobody has any idea.
We will call it. Wait, we'll call it Quizzle Zandermania. Jobber JJ says,
Zander, you have your own bathroom, right?
yeah.
And then there's a bathtub in there.
Yes.
So I want you to take a razor and then sit in the bathtub and then fill in the rest for me.
Fuck off. Jobber JJ says, I'm definitely coming and laughs. Not if I have anything to say about it. I still cannot believe you missed it, by the way, Ray. So in the very last round of Quizlemania, it was survival of the people who know the most about a specific topic of wrestling.
Uh-huh.
And it came down to SRS and Pete. And the topic was Money in the Bank participants. And there were over 30 left. SRS asked what the score was, and Luke said, Luke read out the scores. Pete just needed like 3 points, I think it was, to beat Ollie. So if he got the question right and SRS lost, it was over. So SRS was like, threw it, and then Pete immediately got it wrong. You had 30 different people, Pete, and you got it wrong.
I can guess 3 people that he didn't guess right now. Shelton Benjamin.
No, they got him.
Okay, Sin Cara.
They got him. Pete said he had 3 names written down, and they were Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, and Carlito. Only one of those 3 had been in a Money in the Bank match.
Kane.
They said Kane.
Christian.
I think they got Christian. I don't remember. Just LOL, Pete. At least he didn't pick anyone Chinese. It's true. Because I believe Ollie had guessed someone like really wrong. Or maybe it was SRS. I know SRS blatantly said the wrong thing.
Finley. They guess Finley?
I believe they did, yeah. There were a lot of people they didn't guess, though.
What do you want me to do with that?
If I had a list, I'd let you guess.
Put it back.
I don't have a list of who they didn't.
Just kidding, Edith.
Oh, Edge is about to try and do old school. There's a lot of tables that ring though.
After becoming a father. Edge did the exact reverse of what every person who becomes a dad does.
What's that?
Like, okay, you know what? You keep yourself kind of fit when you're not when you're not a dad. You say you become dad, you stop giving a fuck. Exact opposite for Edge.
Good Lord.
How did that table get there?
Edge set it up like in the first 5 minutes of the match, and they just left it there till you forgot it was there. Are you okay? Yeah. I'm just gonna lay here for a minute.
I went through a table. I'm off. Fake, you know?
I mean, like, this dude is fake doesn't mean that doesn't hurt.
No. How do you fake go through a table?
Look, man, I'm gonna put it to this. This is gonna be where I rest my case.
Undertaker just speared Edge.
I saw it. I caught it out of the corner of my eye.
An exhausted Undertaker. And even more exhausted than usual Undertaker.
Anyway, so this is where I'm going to leave off my comments on Wrestle Talk for the day. My one thing with Wrestle Talk, because I've been extremely lucky to, and by the way, if anyone does want to take this clip, they're allowed to, but like, I've been extremely lucky to be featured in several of their streams as images, called out on several of their videos, get shout out every month for being a Patreon, all that kind of fun stuff. I've started to build up a decent enough following on YouTube where I just once want to either be a Quizzlemania contestant or a guest on one of the live reactions. A guest on one of the live reactions simply just so I can, on the live reaction itself, do the Zander Mania pose on the stream while there's just an endless screen of me doing that pose.
Boom!
Tombstone! Taker bounced off of it, too. You know what? I'll tell you this, Ray. I'm glad we did this over Payback 2014.
Because that would have been significantly longer.
I don't think it was that much longer.
Zander, this is 2 hours, 4 minutes. WWE pay-per-views in the last years keep breaking their 3-hour time limit. And look, there's a wild Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins.
Look at long-haired Zack. I love The Undertaker, by the way.
You didn't move the tables? I'm going to walk over the tables.
God, The Undertaker's theme song will always be something that gives you chills. Oh, wait a minute. What's about to happen here?
You forgot the ending of this show?
I haven't seen it.
Oh my God, you are in for a treat.
Okay, here we go.
And say nothing. This is an amazing ending. Because they wanted to write Edge off TV for a while after this.
Yeah, you were telling me that earlier.
Yeah. Taker getting ladders.
That's not a good thing. The only time I've ever seen The Undertaker use a ladder was in his match with Jeff Hardy in the Attitude Era. I don't know that I like where this is going.
More ladders.
I don't know that I like where this is going at all.
The ending of this pay-per-view is insane. It tops off the entire night.
Like, it's already been a really good show. Like, Triple H Khali was really the only down point of the night.
That wasn't even really a down point. It was just kind of like a weird point.
It was a weird pause in the middle of the show, more than anything.
Yeah, push the referee, and the referee is unconscious.
They're made of glass, don't you know?
Here we go.
Okay, we've gone cinematic mode here. Okay.
We're not over, Zander.
How neither of them fell through that spot in the ring already, I don't know.
Probably there was like a section of ring there, and when Undertaker was walking away, they took that out underneath the ring.
Oh, probably. Now that you say that. What is he about to do? Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. Oh my god.
The Undertaker sent Edge to hell.
God.
Practice with that grip. I haven't stopped since I become a habit of it.
I think that warrants that.
That was a really fun pay-per-view to watch.
Okay, no, we're not going to continue this. Immediately start SummerSlam at 9. No.
No. I got
No,
better.
no.
Not that I don't love streaming for everyone, but like
3 hours into the stream.
This is longer than my Twitch streams normally go. By the way, twitch.tv/Zander_LS11. I occasionally play games there.
Go watch our, if you want to see us go insane more, go watch our Heroes of Wrestling stream.
I've already linked the Breathing Nerddom channel in the chat earlier.
Go watch that.
Yeah. Other than that, you got anything else to add?
Royal Rumble tomorrow.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, I'll be doing a subscribe to Breathing Nerdum if you're into MMA. I'll be doing a Rubber Guard Radio next month to highlight UFC 253, Izzy versus Costa. Come on, Israel. You can retain that middleweight belt.
All right, and just because I know Jobber JJ didn't get to see it, I don't think, I'm going to play the new LS11 Universe live stream intro one more time because I fucking love this thing.
Lay this out.
Know who we need? We need Zander Mania.
What? Good night, everybody.